Alright, so what's up? No, what's up, guys? What's up, students? Good evening, by the way. So, before we proceed with our new topic, no, how was your day? No, how was your last topic? No, is it difficult na ba? Is it too hard na ba to understand? Ba? Kumusta lang ko sa inyo? Kaya syempre, if naglisod na mo, I want to know. Kasi that was just an introduction of functions, no? Just in case if galisod mo, um, napadyo mas ikalisod ana. Okay? So, I hope you cope up, no? You will find your way, your own pace na maka-cope up good mo since calculus is said to be difficult. But I would say that there's no difficult for a student. We could say na difficult mo siya, but there's no impossible things without that cannot be achieved if maningkamot jud ka. I think dili man lisod man siguro ang differential and integral calculus, but if you really give time to studying, which is your obliged responsibility as a student, if you really want to pass, no, if you really want to upgrade your year, then you have to study. Okay, so despite sa kadagan sa inyong schedule, no, despite sa kadagan sa inyong subjects, well, your department saw it that it's kind of effective, or probably okay lang man, makaya raman na ninyo. I don't know unsa gid pod ng mga 10 subjects ninyo, but I hope that you do well on balancing the time. Okay? So, I hope natanaw gito ninyo, dili kay attendance lang. No? Mag-check og attendance ana, by the way. But I hope inyo pud na yung tanawon. And lucky for you that I want you to watch it many times. If you don't understand really, no, you can just probably, kung wa mo kasabot ang nga topic, i-atras gamay. No? Tapos, if you really want to understand, then, if na ako'y next example, then try to pause it, no? Pause. And pag-solve, okay? Take it seriously. So, depende na sa mo, pwede na mo na ito naon kadlawon, no? Kadlawon. Mo yung nakatsada na. Depende sa mo availability. But, still, I want you to take your attendance on the time na magbutang sa classroom, okay? So, tama na pagkagabi akong ibutang ana. Once dili mo maka-turn in ana, you are considered late, no? But again, I already announced about the late, no? But still, you have to. Kasi, if dili lang man gid mo maka-turn in, no? Kung maka-turn in mo, di ba, naman ay makabutang done late. So, kung late mo, late. Bintahan na lang na. Kaysa ka na dili jud mo mag-turn in, di pa jud mo magbutang og screenshot ninyo, I will mark that absent. Okay? So, clarify lang taana, no? Alright, so much for that. Now, let's proceed already with our topic. Okay, so for our topic for today, as you can see, Math 112, Module 3. So, we jump from Module 1 to Module 3, diretso. So, the Module 2 is more like continuity, no? But, it's just one topic, no? And, my co-instructors, nag-collaborate na as much as possible gani unta wala na lang lagi minag module 1 and 2 diretso na may module 3 kay most likely ang pinakagamit jud kayo module 3 anya ang module 1 again and again it is algebra, composite algebra, geometry ana bitaw murag that's just an introduction on the same time a review for you guys. Okay, so for our module 3 now, we will be talking about limits. Okay, so diri na magsugod, no? Diri na magsugod ang atong feeling calculus na kita. Okay, so limits. We will be talking about the notion of a limit, its definition, of course, the properties of the limits, the operation with limits, evaluation of limits, one-sided limits. Okay? We will be talking or tackling all that, no? By the way, I just want to announce the next meeting. Saman, face to face, diba? Next week, we will have our first quiz. Alright, muna ni inyong ginahulatan. Mo man inyong, di ba? Mo man inyong ganahan mag-quiz. Alright, so mahuman na to ni karon, syempre, paningkamutan po nako, which is, I know, mahuman dyan na to ni. Humanon ko ni, I will, so ni, kaning coverage will be from the chapter 1 and chapter 3 only. So don't worry, no, I will make it sure na maansiran man po na ninyo for 1 hour and 30 minutes. But, syempre, no, you have to study kasi for sure na taot pa wala po tadag quiz, March pa tan ng first quiz, kailangan makatulo ta ka quizzes, okay? So probably sa derivatives lahi na po din siya nga quiz, and sa mga so on, okay? Okay, so again we will be talking about notion of a limit, the definition, the properties, its operation, then evaluation of limits. Diri na din ta magsugod og sample problems, okay? Sample problems. Then one-sided limit is another evaluation of limit, which is atura nang i-further discuss. Masabtan na ninyo unsa na siyang one-sided limit. Although we're not gonna be discussing its definition, I'm just gonna give you some of example problem. Okay? So, proceeding. Para madali ta. Okay. By its definition, notion of a limit. No, okay, or let's talk about specifically limit muna. Let's forget about the notion of a limit. What is a limit for you guys? What do you think? Sa mga nakabalo na og calculus, probably na naka-advanced study, unsa ka ng limit? Or what do you think? What is limit for you? Unsa ka na limit ba? In mathematics or calculus specifically? Kasi kung iliteral po na ito pagsabot, pareha itong last time, iliteral na ito pagsabot, unsa ng function, di ba? Kung limit, diha rataman. So, muna siya, muning limit na ako, mugin siya ang kaya ra nako, di ba? Example, kaya nako mukaon og kuan. Moingon lugar ang doktor nga, ang maximum nga pwede kaunon or inumon sa tao, ingon na nato, ang kaya inumon sa tao kay balig isa ka case nga red horse nga street. Pila man ang isa ka case, di ba, unom? So, ang limit di ay is at least, di ba? Kanang limagtunga, di ba? Limagtunga nga botilya. Di ba? Inanaon na to pag literal, pagsabot ang limit. But in mathematics, unsa ka na siya or calculus, unsa ka ang limit, no? Okay, so let's define it by its definition, guys. Okay, sorry again sa akong pag-ubo-ubo na. Okay. A limit is the output value that the function approaches. Okay? Again, a limit is the output value, take note, that the function approaches as the input value approaches a given value. So how do you understand that? Okay, so let's state for a scenario, okay? So let's just say you are watching a TV, you are watching a movie. Nagtanaw kag Avatar The Last Airbender. Char. So, tsada no? I don't know if na-appreciate man ninyo, pero sa ako, ni-try kong tanaw, since wala ko nakatanawan na sukad yun po sa cartoons. So, ayun ko inanawan. Pero tsada siya, no? Let's just say, let's put you in a situation na nagtanaw ka na, para sa ko, no? So, syempre, isa ka oras ang kuhan, di ba? Kada episode, gutom mo jud ka. So akong kuhan, gutom ko. Sa akong gusto kaon nun? Gusto ko mo kaon og, let's just say, junk food, no? Naada to sa imong ref or sa inyong cabinet, no? Nasa inyong kitchen. So, what you're going to do is, mato kag, let's just say, specifically refrigerator. Mato ka sa imong ref. Baklay ka, di ba? Baklay. So, as you approach, padulong ka sa imong ref, mabot ka dito sa imong ref. Okay? So, mo na siya ang input value nimo, ang distance bitaw gakaduol ka as you approach. Nagets pa ninyo? Ang limit is mo na siya ang distance nga kanang pagbaklay nimo, hinahinay ka gabaklay padulong ka sa imong ref. Tapos pag abot nimo nakuha din nimo. And that would be your value, okay? That would be your value. Pero what if there is an instance, no? There's an instance. Let's just say kato ang kalayoon nimo is tibaklay ka og mga, let's just say 10 meters, okay? 10. So your limit is 10. Kay moabot naman din ka sa imong ref, or let's just say cabinet kung asa man nimo gikuha ang imong food or junk food specifically. So let's just say another scenario is possible. What if inato tan-aw kag salida, ngita ka pagkaon mo dito naghinay-hinay kag adto didto, pag-abot nimo didto wala day ang ref, wala day pagkaon, di ba? So na tendency nga ang limit is not specifically mora na siya ang imong value sa sa distance. There is an instance na kana bitong na dili pasabot nga 10 meters, 10 ra gina siya, na ay tendency nga may mo siyang 9.9999, 10.001. So kana bitaw murag there's a limit, dili gid siya specific, mora gid na siya yung answer. So I hope murag na gets ninyo, no? There's a difference between specific lang bitaw direct substitution. So we will be discussing that with further example. Okay? So there are instances na limit states about not just about its specific distance, but it's the range bitaw nga ang kalayon as you approaches to the fridge not exactly 10. So kung moingon kag 10 ang imong nakuha, pero ang pasabot na when you talk about limit, it's not exactly 10. There might be discrepancy. That's why murag pwede siya nga 10.001, 10.002, 9.9099 or 9.9998. But it approaches to what value? 10 meters. That is your distance from where you sit watching your whatever movie it is up to your destination kung asa ka. So I hope na gets na ninyo, no? Okay, so much for that. It's up to you. Okay, how do you pwede sad ngo nga there are a lot of there are a lot of instances nga pwede nimo magamit in real life ang limits, such as if you put an ice sa water, so how do you identify its temperature? Okay, you will be using limits. Okay, so much for that. Para dili kita madugay for an example, let's read muna this another definition stated. Limits can be thought as a way to study the tendency or trend of a function. As the input variable approaches a fixed value, okay, you will be given a value, or even as the input variable increases or decreases without a bound. Okay, so muna ni sa unya mag-talk about one-sided limit. Okay, alright, so the in mathematical, in the calculus, limits can be thought as a way to study the tendency or trend of a function given nga na kay isa ka value nga kana mo approach sa okay? So unsa man na siyang gipasabot aning approaches a fixed value, guys. So by its notation, now this is now the notion of a limit. The notation for a limit is this one. Okay? Limit, as you can see, x is as approaches to value a. Limit of function of x as x again. Okay, nasayop ko. Inani pagbasa na ha. Limit of f of x as x approaches to a is equal to L. Or also read as the limit of as x approaches of a of f of x is L. So it depends sa mo sa ano mo pagbasa, no? For me, namumugod ako na anda limit of f of x, which is our function of x, as x approaches to a, which is equal now to L. Okay, pero you can still read it as the limit of x approaches a of f of x is equal to L. So this is now how you write your notation. Okay, there's a limit, tapos x approaches to a. Okay. So, para mas basabtan na to na, no? Most likely, ang ato pagsabot na is direct substitution lang or sa ba. Okay, so we'll discuss muna about properties and operations, okay? Before we proceed with our examples. Ay, napatay tayo general note, okay? A general note lang po ha, before we proceed with properties of limits. A general note, let K, A, and B, no? Take note of these variables represent real numbers. So, tinuod gina sila nga mga number, no? And F and G, B functions. So, we all know that f of x, muna itong ginagamit, diba? Such that the limit of f of x or g of x, depende kung pila ka functions ang gihatag. That's why we discussed last time, composition of functions. So, I hope na-gets na ninyo, there are instances kung pila ka daghan ra kayong gihatag ka functions, mabutag h of x, though it doesn't matter, it's still a function, okay? Such that this limit, the limit of f of x as x approaches to a will be equals to a, which is a again represent the real numbers, so as the b represent the real numbers. Okay, so and limit of g of x or function g of x, no, as x approaches to a is equal to b. For limits that exist and are finite, no, or kanang dili siya infinite, no, the properties of limits summarized on the table below. Okay, so wala tayo below makita diha. Pero na tayo makita ka table X. Okay. So these are our properties of limits. So as the operation, okay? So actually the operation only have mga upat, basically upat, pero naiuban nga unom. Pero sulat na namo siya dire, no? Gisulat na ano siya tanan dire. Okay, so for our first property of limits. So if we have constant, which is k, no? Which is, if we all know, no, if we remember, constant is any number. Say 5, 3, 2, or any real number. Okay, so limit of k as x approaches to a, no? Arrow na siya, x approaches to a, it will be always equal to k. Okay, let's just say you have unsa man, pili ta dre, limit of 5 as x approaches to, let's just say 2 will be equals to 5. Why is that? Because it is its property, no? Kung limit of k, kung constant lang gid siya, then as x approaches to any number, it will be always equal to the constant. Okay? So kana lang siya. The rest will be providing I will be providing a lot of examples. Okay? Constant times a function. Let's just say naka-constant times a function, no? Limit of k multiplied by the function, no? Function of x will be equals to, as you can see, what did he do, no? Giparawas ang atong k, dire siya. Tapos you have to evaluate this limit of f of x is equal to a, which is you're gonna be unsa ganito based sa ganina sa kuan. So kung ato ning i-disseminate hamo ana ni siya, limit of f of x, okay, as x approaches to a, which we all know that this f of x, let's just say yung f of x natin, f of x is x plus 1, no? Muna to function. So yung anong value natin ng a, let's just say 2, okay? Let's just say 2. So basically ato lang na siyang i-substitute 2 plus 1, it becomes 3. Okay? So 3 ang answer na. Let's just say yung k natin is 5. It's just the same 5. So therefore, the value of this one will be just equal to 5 times 3. Basically, it's 15. Alright? So multiply lang. Ano na siya? Alright? So any constant multiplied by the function, syempre simple ra makay ni siya nga function, but you have to follow we will be discussing magamit magud gyapon na to ang mga operation na dayon. Let's just say kung given ka og sum of a function, etc., function raised to an exponent to polynomial function. So dili pa na siya inana kasayon diretso. Okay? So, I'm just gonna underline this one, no? Sum of a function, difference of a function, product of a function, quotient of a function. Actually, we already discussed some of the functions, no? Nga, last time, na, these are operation of limits, okay? But this is in a form of limits. As you can see, if nakay duha ka function f of x plus g of x, no? Usa-usahon na nimo sila limit na i-substitute mo ang limit. So i-limit nimo na ang function of x as x approaches to a plus limit pod sa g of x as x approaches to a. Okay? So therefore, yung answer nato, di ba ganina based sa last slide. So limit of, ako lang isulat na lang diri no para di ta magsigig balik-balik. Di ba mo man ni ganina, limit of f of x as x approaches to a is equal to a, di ba? Dayon, yung limit of g of x as x approaches to a is equal to b. So, therefore, kini siya, no? This becomes, ang imong answer ni will be equal to a and b. Okay? So, i-add lang din mo, syempre, basic, no? I-add lang din mo sila both. So, on difference of a function, same pa rin yung situation niya. Isa-isahon nimo siya, kuha nimo ang limit of f of x as x approaches to a minus limit of g of x as x approaches to a. Okay? So, basically, yung answer nila a and b, but a minus b na ta. Okay? Alright? So, I hope nasabtan na ninyo, no? So, as our multiplication or the product of functions, no? Product of limits, okay? Nata diri. Multiply lang din nato siya. And so as our quotient, no? Quotient A divided by B. Okay? Kaya kabalo man tanga kini siya, ang makuha ni is A and this one is B. But take note, no? Take note of this one para dili ma-undefine ang atong answer, no? B should not be equals to 0. Okay, so what if function raised to an exponent? What if ang function raised to an exponent? So as you can see, this is how he did it, no? Giset niya ang limit as limit of function of x as x approaches to there is a tao na limit of function of x to the power of n, no? We don't know the this can be any number, okay? As x approaches to a is equal to yun sa niya ni Paco. This is your final, no? This is how you get it. So basically, imo round ta na siyang i-disregard ni, no? Di ba? Sa ato itong kan. This one, no? Let's forget about the n mo na. This one is just the same of this one, di ba? So, basically, this is an a to the power of, lagyan na din nato ng n. Pero, kung gusto lang ganyan nyo masabtan, nga nung naabot ta saan ang formula, saan pagkuha sa limit of f of x to the power of n as x approaches to a, this is how it transformed, no? Limit of function of x as x approaches to infinity, which is tanan dayon i-power nimo into n. Okay? So mora na siya. Pero basically, no, ato na lang akong hangyo sa inyo. Dili hangyo. Ano mong hangyo mo ko? Ako na lang kuha sa inyo. Ako na lang tip sa inyo, no? Nga dili na lang kayo mo mag-focus ani. If you are given syempre kailangan mag-solve pa mo na limit as x approaches to infinity. Madugay no? Para madali ta, just memorize these properties, okay? If you will be makatabo mo, if you will meet sample problems that involves function raised to an exponent. So basically, diretso na siya, i-solve lang na nimo ang function itself first, tapos i-call lang na nimo siya. As I say, no? This one, datay example, baka tagtag example ba para baka limit of x plus 1 as x approaches to 2. So, di ba, pila answer ni kapila ta 3. But what if ang gipangutana dia is as x approaches to squared? Okay? So, ang buhaton nimo n. So, this is your a, right? Tapos, ang imo lang i-answer na is a to the power of n, which is, ang n natin is 2. Basically, 3 squared. What will be your answer is 9. So, ana lang siya, guys. Okay? I hope nasabtan na ninyo. Okay, so for the end root of a function where n is a positive integer, okay? So, we have this radicals na, okay? So, what if naka-radical ang imong function? So, pwede ra inanion ni mo diretso, no? Kung unsay number dire, unsay number n dire ni mo diretso ra siya. Function, mura ra gyapon kag mahulog ana nga nag-solve ka og limit of f of x as x approaches to a is equal to a. Syempre, isulod lang din mo siya og radical sign, which is wata kabalo. Di man ta moingon nga square root siya unless kung wala na siya value diya kay automatically this is square root. Pero what if that is radical, no? Fifth root din na. So dili ta always makaingon nga square root siya. Basig mo na inyong pagkuhan, oy, square root of limit ang kuhan, dili. Okay, so I hope ako na correction kay na mga estudyante nga di kabalo ana, no? Square root, it is a radical. Okay? Alright. So, kana lang. Then lastly, yung polynomial function natin as limit of p of x, no? We have polynomial. So, this is already a polynomial. But there are instances na pareha sa atong last time nga mga topic, no? Nga last time nga mga discussion na natay mga x cube, natay mga x to the power of 5, no? Fifth degree, okay? So this is how you gonna do it, no? Polynomial multiplied by the value of a. Okay, so substitute lang. So as long na dili ma-undefined. Pero ato lang nang i-substitute ra siya actually, no? Substitute ra na siya. Mo man gid atong gibuhat gani, di ba dire? As you can see, as x approaches to 2, no? Gi-substitute lang ang value sa a sa x. Okay, so gi-substitute nato sa dire, no? As you can see, if f of x is x plus 1, gi-substitute ra nato directly ang 2 plus 1. Okay, as 3. Okay? So, para mas pasabtan na to, usahay man gud balibog taan ang bitaw ina nilang hiyatagan natag mga inani mga properties of limits. Mas magets na to eventually if we will encounter problems, diba? Or example problems. Okay, so let's proceed with evaluating limits. This is how we evaluate limits. So first thing, no, first example, you have x squared minus 4 over x minus 2 as again, we will read this as limit of either, no? Depende ni sa inyo. Anyway, basta kay nakagets lang mo, no? Saon pagsulat properly. Okay? Kuha, inani akong pagbasa. Limit of x squared minus 4 over x minus 2 as x approaches to 2 is equal to what? No? Pangitaon na to, unsay equal niya. Alright, so, let's just say, diba, ang ganina sa atong last property is basic. If polynomial function given, substitute the value of a, this is our a, right? Substitute the value of a to our x. So, what if we substitute, no? So, may mahitabo. So, 2. So, 2 squared, ay, 2 to the power of 4. Naunsa naman, goy? Ay, ato sang erase. I hope madunggan ra ko, no? 2 squared minus 4. 2 squared minus 4 over 2 minus 2. So, what happened to this one? This is 2 squared, 4 minus 4 is 0. So, you can see, 2 minus 2 is 0. So, this becomes 0 lugar. So, how about that? Okay, so this is when, I want to emphasize based on my definition ganina, no? Nga, there are instances, if moingon ta nga, if 10 meters, not exactly 10 siya. Not exactly 10 siya. There are instances nga 10.001, 10.1, okay? 9.99, 9.98, but it approaches to 10. So when you say about, or when you talk about x approaches to 2, it's not, there are times that it's not exactly 2. That's why we use the word approaches, though approaches, not equal to 2. Limit of x squared minus 4 over x minus 2, as x is equal to 2. No, as x is approaches to 2. So, let's just say, okay? Let's just say, if our x is 2.01, okay? 0, 1. So, what happened to our, what happened to our what happened to our answer? Okay? So, kung mo na din ito i-substitute, 2.01 squared minus 4 over 2.01 minus 2. So, if you have calculators there, by the way, no borrowing of calculators next for our quiz. Okay, kung batay mo. So, pila answer? It's 4.01. Okay. So, as you can see, layo ra kaysa dili sa 0. Okay, so what if we try to approach, usa pa may mas duol sa 2. Let's say 2.00001. No? Mas duol pa gid sa 2 kay duol lagi kaysa sa 2 kay ang 2.1 medyo layo naman na siya, no? No, kung mag-interval notation ta. Let's just say this is 2. So this is 2.1, di ba? So kini siya pwede na 2.001, di ba? Kung magkaduol pa kita sa 2. So let's just say 2.00001 upat ka 0, okay? Squared minus 4 over 2.00001 minus 2. So pila may answer na? So, ako lang po ipakita sa inyo para kuhan mo. Okay, so as you can see, it approaches to 4. Okay? Ayun, maklaro ba? I don't know. Okay, so your answer will be 4.00001. Okay, so basically, yung answer natin dito, limit of x squared minus 4 over x minus 2 as x approaches to 2 is basically 4. Okay? Alright, so I hope nasabtanan niyo. Mula ninyong buhaton just in case, no? Just in case na ma-zero diretso automatically. Okay, so there are times na ma-approach yung 0 but not all the time, okay? So you have to evaluate muna, you have to try muna. So what if yung x mo is 1.9999, no? So you will result to a negative, which is lahi na pud siya, no? Dili siya. Okay? So dapat positive ang atong kuan ani kay this is expected to have positive, okay? So much for that. Sige lang, maka-encounter pa tag mga negative value ang limit, okay? But in that instance, I want to emphasize that it's not always purely substituting the direct given value of the a, okay? All right. So how about this one? Second example, we have x squared plus 2x minus 4 as x approaches to 5. Again, limit of x squared plus 2x minus 4 as x approaches to 5. What will be its value? So let's try direct substituting, no? This can be x squared plus 2x minus 4, no? Ay, x squared minus 2 times 5 ni siya. 2 times 5. Times 5 minus 4. So this will be equal to 31. Okay, 31 na siya. So let's just say, dili mo, unsure mo. So testingin ninyo, uglain. Pwede na ninyo isulat ninyong x squared plus 2x minus 4, no? Isulat ninyo ang function. Calc ninyo, let's just say 4.9999. Pila ang answer? 30.99. Okay, so it really approaches 31. So what if i-count na to, imo na tong 5.0001. So again, no, umogapon 31.0012. So this is by direct substituting, we are already sure that it really approaches to 31. So gusto lang ninyo maka-make sure nga sakto ang inyong pag-direct substitution muna maghimo mo inani, no? Okay? Alright. Sige. So for our next example, we have limit of x cubed minus 27 over x minus 3 as x approaches to 3. What will be its value, no? Sa may yung limit. Sa kay limit niya. Saan mo na ito direct substitution na punta. No? So, kini, no? In this way, this is again polynomial function. So, dili na lang kung mag-direct substitution ta na. As you can see, mahimo siya 0, no? Again, mapareha sa ani. So, 3 cubed minus 27 and 3 minus 3. We all know that 3 cubed is pala 27. So 27 minus that is basically 0. But how do we do that? If you have this polynomial, no, try to remember your algebra, no? College algebra or advanced algebra. Try to remember this trinomial, no? This is a difference of trinomial. Okay? Difference of cubes rather, no? This is a difference of cubes. So basically, if you have this a cubed minus b cubed, you can just transform this into a minus b. A minus b. Okay, I'm just gonna erase it para way hugaw. A minus b multiplied to a squared plus ab plus b squared. Alright. So we all know that this one is this x stands for our a and 27 stands for our b, because we all know that 27 is equal to 3 cubed. Okay. So we're just gonna rewrite in this form, okay? So ato'y proceed dire. Okay, so therefore you have this x minus 3, no? X minus 3 x squared plus 3x plus 9 squared 9 over x minus 3. Okay, so as you can see, no? As you can see, natay x minus 3 sa atong numerator and denominator, so we can just cancel it out. So this becomes x squared plus 3x plus 9 na lang. Okay. So how about you try? How about you try to what? Direct substitution, no? Let's try direct substituting this one. So we have 3 squared plus 3 times 3 plus 9. Your limit will be pala. This is 3 squared, this is 9. 3 times 3, this is 9 plus 9, this is basically 27. Okay, so this is your now and this is your answer for the limit of this function. So if you're not quite sure, no, let's just say let's try the method that we kuan ganina katong nasa taas, katong mag-set of x is equal to ato sang isulat diri sa calculus para diretso. If x is equal x cubed minus 27 over x minus 3 okay, so let's just say as 3 approaches to pala 3.001, tulo lang. So i-calculate din ninyo ni na siya, no? Na input ninyo 3.001. So as you can see, it really approaches to 27, no? Muna na ninyo mo substitute dito instead of 3.0001 cube rather minus 27 over 3.0001 minus 3, the answer is 27.009, no? It really approaches to 27. That's why mo lang to yung bahaton kung gusto mo makadali, kung bright kayo mo ka ng kung ano. This is another, that is not because bright lang mo, but at some point you really need to know that, no? If you can still remember your fundamentals sa algebra, di ba? Polynomials, specifically polynomials, there are a lot of ways to answer, Jude. Okay? So this is also a way of you to correct or to recheck if sakto ba gid ang inyong answer. Okay. So let's proceed with another example para di ta madugay. So limit of 1 over x minus 1 over 3 over x minus 3 as x approaches to 3. So basically no, dili na lang ta mag direct substitution ana kay we all know nga way padulingan no. Oh, 1/3 minus 1/3 0 na sad ta. 3 minus 3 it's always 0. So again, let's try another method no. But since this example is a complex fraction, okay? So there are methods in getting this one or in getting the answer for this one. So what are we going to do with this? So I'm just gonna rewrite now limit of 1 over 3 1 over 3 nanawa 1 over x minus 1 over 3 over x minus 3. Okay? So, unsa man itong bato na nino? This is now, if you have this complex fraction, okay, what you're going to do is to multiply the top and the bottom or the numerator and denominator by the common denominator. Okay? So, basically, the top and bottom mo lang gitap lang na to bottom kay kini manggod siya. This is already numerator and denominator. So, basig mo na inyong pagsabot no. But actually, it's from the top and the bottom, no? Kini ra inyong i-multiply yan. Kini siya nga numerator, no? Numerator ang kini nga denominator. Okay. So, what do you think is the common denominator for this function? So, we have 3 and x, no? So, we can just say, we can multiply both top and bottom by 3x, okay? So by simplifying, no? By simplifying, this becomes 3x times 1 over x. This becomes 3, right? Okay, kaya ma-cancel na to x. Minus 1 over 3 times 3x. This becomes x only. So in sa ubos lang na to, ato lang dili lang nako ikuan, no? Di lang nako siya i-multiply lang gid. Ako lang sa siya i-factor out. Ana lang siya naka-parenthesis. Kaya nga naman, we will try to kana betawng pares tong gibuhat sa last example nga maka cancel out ta. So as you can see, 3 minus x is almost the same with x minus 3. Nalahi lang iyang sign convention, but we can make it the same by factoring out negative 1 dire. So as you can see, if we factor out the negative 1, this becomes x minus 3. Sakto ba? No? So, kung i-factor out ano mo siya, may mo na siyang x minus 3. So, this becomes 3x, x minus 3. As you can see, we can already cancel our x minus 3 from the numerator and denominator. So, we will be left with negative 1 over 3x. So, right now, you can already substitute directly the value of your 3, which is negative 1 over 3 times 3. So basically your answer will be 1 over 9. Okay. Gets ha? Alright. So wala gito pag syempre this is a recorded class to. Anyway, I hope na gets ninyo. This is a foundation of your algebra application na din sa atong calculus. Okay, so para dugang pagid knowledge to how about another examples, okay? So we still have a lot of examples ahead, especially on one-sided. But one-sided is so simple, no, sa akong mga example. Dali ra po siya. Okay? So how about this example? What kind of function is this? Find the limit. Find the limit of square root of x minus 3 over x minus 9 as x approaches to 9. Okay, so this is this is rational with radicals, okay? So therefore, usa man nato buhaton na ni. Same lang sa atong technique sa last example, no? But what we did is multiply the top and bottom by the common denominator. But what are we going to do with this one? Is it still the same? Common denominator ba? So if you have radical sign, what you're going to do, sa mas naka-remember, is you multiply the top and bottom by its conjugate. So what is the conjugate of this one? Square root of x minus 3. The conjugate for this one is, square root of x plus 3. Okay. So pareha po siya square root of x plus 3. So basically, if ato na siyang i-simplify, no? That is square root of x times square root of x is square root of x squared. So square root of x squared, basically that's only x, okay? So negative, we have negative square root of x do, so kuha na din ta dire, negative ana. Okay, I hope nakadumdum pa mo ani ha. Dayon negative 3 multiplied by positive 3, this is negative 9 over, so dili lang nato sila iusan, no? Okay, again, what our goal is natay makancel x plus 3. As you can see, no, negative 3 square root of x could be cancelled by this positive 3 square root of x, right? So we will be left with x minus 9 over x minus 9 square root of x plus 3. So again, you can cancel this x minus 9. Therefore, we are left with 1 over square root of x plus 3. And then you can now basically substitute the value of your 9, no? 9 plus 9. 9 plus 3. This is 3. 9 minus plus 3 day. Samukay. Bis tuloy-tuloy data, no? Masayop pagid si sir. Alright, so square root of 9 plus 3. Basically, we all know that square root of 9 is just 3. So 1 over 3 plus 3 is just, unsa man? That is 6, diba? 1 over 6. Alright, so again, no, what you're going to do if you have radical sign, you just need to like conjugate, no, multiply the numerator and the denominator by its conjugate. Alright. I hope na gets na ninyo, guys. So how about this last example, no? This is our last example. Not yet the last example na pa dito yung next example. O, dagan pa. Alright? So, how about this example, no? Limit of 1 over square root of x minus 1 over 2 or 1 half over x minus 4 as x approaches to 4. So, as you can see, combination na siya. Na siya radical. Tapos, complex fraction pagid siya. Okay, so what are we going to do with this? What are we going to do with this example? So this is again a combination of actually we're gonna be multiplying both by unsa man. Ako la i-rewrite, sorry. Over x minus 4 as x approaches to 4. So in this time, no, this is a complex fraction with radicals. So what are we going to do is to multiply the top and bottom first. First. Ato i-multiply by the common denominator. Ay dayon ta mag-conjugate. Okay? So basically, imo siyang i-multiply ang fraction nato ikaduha. Okay, but unahon na to ang common denominator. What is the common the common denominator for this one? This is multiplied, no? 2 square root of x, okay? Ana lang siya. Square root of x. So basically, kung ato na siyang i-simplify, this becomes kini 1 over square root of x multiplied by 2 square root of x. This becomes 2, diba? Then this one, 1 half times 2 square root of x. This becomes square root of x. So basically, 2 minus square root of x. So dire naman sa ubos, again, dili lang nato siya i-combine. Okay? So stay lang nato as x minus 4 times 2 square root of x kay para makamultiply taon niya. So gimultiply na nato, no, by its common denominator. What is its conjugate? Conjugate na po din ta ani. Unsa may conjugate aning 2 minus square root of x? This is 2 plus square root of x. Okay, so dali ra, square root of x. So basic, no, pareha sa itong gibuhat kanina, 2 times 2, this is 4. So this becomes minus 2 square root of x plus 2 square root of x. Dayon square root of x multiplied by square root of x. Again, this is minus ni siya kay positive ang isa. Negative square root of x times positive square root of x. This becomes x. Okay? Over ato na din isulat ang tanan, no? X minus 4 2 square root of x tapos 2 plus square root of x. So as you can see, makancel gapon na tong negative 2 square root of x. Okay, namatay positive 2 square root of x. Okay, so ato nining ang mabili na lang dayon sa to by simplifying further our function 4 minus x over, this is x minus 4, no, times 2 square root of x. 2 plus square root of x. Okay, so x minus 4 is almost the same with 4 minus x. So what are we going to do again? Same goes with our previous example. We're gonna factoring out the negative 1 of it, so we can basically make an x minus 4. Okay, 2 square root of x, copy the rest though. Then we can, as you can see, we have x minus 4 in numerator and denominator. Cancel it out. Then we are now left with negative 1 over 2 square root of x times 2 plus square root of x. So now, we already simplified by multiplying its common denominator and its conjugate. We can now substitute the value of our x. Okay, so negative 1 over 2 times square root of 4, no, multiply by 2 plus square root of 4. So basically, your limit is, this is equal to pwede na ninyo i-calculator kung kuan, pero pwede na po na diretso na ako, no, this is negative 1 over 16. Okay. So, if you have calculator then, pwede na po na ninyo i-calculator diretso. Alright. So, that would be for our evaluating of limits. Pero napatay another example pa rin. Sa makalimot naman ko. Evaluating of limits. So, napatay 5. So, taas-taas pa. Pero actually, this is a one-sided limit. Ano one-sided limit? So if you are to look, no, if you are looking clearly to our limits or function, this is read as limit of x plus 5, no, as x approaches to 2, which is on right-handed limit. Why? No? So in one-sided limit, you will be given in ani ang scenario nimo. Okay? Or we have to make this a note na lang, no? Note. Big note. Uy, murag naarab ako naong direda sa kilid. Sig dili ninyo maklaro ang akong sinulat. So, ako na lang ni Erison. Dire na lang ko sa ubos bag sulat og note. So, dire. Note sa ubos. Okay, note. in one-sided limit, okay? In one-sided limit, if you are given a limit of function of x as x approaches to a plus this is what we call, this is not equals ako lang ibutang ang equal sign. This is called as right-handed limit. No, right-hand limit or right-handed limit. Kasi magtanaw ka sa right side ano niya. Actually, mas masabtan unta nino kung graph, pero kung mag-graph pa man ko taas daw niya kayong taas na kayo ang si tawag ani ang discussion niya, dili na nato mapasigo. Okay, so mas masabtan unta nato kung graph ang given nga mga example. Okay, so if limit of f of x as x approaches to a, no? Tapos you can see na negative sa ibabaw. You can simply say that this is a left-handed limit. So kung natay example graph diha, this is your let's just say a is equal to 3. So going to 3, no? 1 2 3. Okay? So mo ni siya as, so kung maingon kag positive 3 plus, so you will be looking here at right side, okay? Sa right side. But if you are looking at the left side, no, which is maingon siya negative as x x approaches to a, which is a is equal to 3 minus, so diri na po ka magtanaw sa left side. So I hope nagets na ninyo, but since we're trying to again, no, dili na nato makuha og 1 hour and 30 minutes, musubra kita na kay ang graph pa lang daan taas na. So daghan po tag example pwede mahatag ana. But since dili na lang ta para mas sayon pud inyong kinabuhi, no, which is mo po inyong ganahan, sayon ang kinabuhi, di ba? Alright, so let's try this. What do you mean by limit of x plus 5? Limit of x plus 5 as x approaches to n, no, at right side, no? So basically dili ta maka substitute kung i-directly substitute nato ang 2, no? So kung mayong tag 2 as x approaches to 2, this means, di ba? Again, ganina sa akong discussion, if 2 kaya instances nga dili gid siya exactly 2, pwede siya 2.01 or 1.99, 1.9999. Okay, so depende. But if maingon gani siya og plus, you will be looking at the value of your right side. So this is your right, this is your left. So basically, your x here will be 2.0001. So depende kung pila ka zero yung butang, no, mas mayo daghan kay para mas mo approach kita sa exact number niya. Alright, so if x is 2.001, what is our limit? X plus 5, no? 2.001 plus 5, this becomes 7.001. So basically it approaches to what? 7 ra gyapon. Okay? Alright. So basig mo ingon mo, sir, pwede may direct substitute. Pwede bitaw siya, pero ang naitabo man gud kay plus man siya. Pero what if negative na? So it still approaches to 7, but I want you, if one-sided limit, I want you to be specific. I want this answers, okay? This answer basta one-sided, okay? During our quizzes, take note that I want this specific. Kini siya gamiton na ni siya kung dili siya one-sided. Kasi if one-sided limit, you want the specifics kasi. So how about this one? X plus 1 over x plus 2, no? Limit of x plus 1 over x plus 2 as x approaches to 1. No, we are looking at left side. So say yung x natin should be equal to unsa? 0.9999. So kana lang, no, pwede ra pod 0.9, but mo lang gina ko naandan mas maayo kay para mas muduol ta sa 7. Ay, mas muduol ta sa iyang answer. Okay, look at this. 7.001 ato na answer. So, duol kaysa sa 7. The more pa nga taas ang imong kuan, okay? Alright, decimal. So, substitute na lang din nato ni 0.9999 plus 1 over 0.999 plus 2. So you will get an answer of 0.6667. Okay? Or kung imo po nang i-direct substitute po, no, you will get 2/3. Alright? Which is also 0.67. Okay? So, inana ramang gid siya kasayon on one-sided. Mo nang daghan ng example kay mora na siya, no? Basic kayo. So much for that. This is my last example na ako i-discuss. This will become your para na puti assignment. Alright? This will be your assignment, guys. This kaning tulo. Okay? So again, I want an answer ngayon ani, no, specific. Okay. Alright, so for our last example, if a limit of square root of x minus 4 as x approaches to 4, which is we will be looking at our left side. So if so man na siya 3.999, di ba? Left side, di ba? 4 na pwede tawagin 4.401 or 3.9999, di ba? So we are looking at the left kay negative man yung sign convention, so we can just say square root of 3.9999 minus 4 is just equal to pila? What's the answer ni? Does not exist. Why? Kay kung imo na siyang ibutang sa calculator, this becomes unsa man? This becomes negative. Di mo buta pwede mo butang direct 4.001. Di mo ta pwede mo butang direct 4.0001. Okay, it was specified. Now we are looking at the left side. Okay? So, pakuha unta siguro nato natay value ana, but we are specifically finding at the left side value, no? Left side value limit. So it does not exist. Square root bisa pa ibutan ninyo, no? Sa man 3.9999 minus 4. Sa gawas, that is math error. So therefore, it does not exist. That would be your final answer. It does not exist, or let's say DNE. Mo na inyong usogod, no? Inyo nang ipanghimuan og kanang mga usi tawag kanina, kanang mga word na letter na. Kalimot mo sa term ana. Alright, for our last 3 examples, that would be your assignment, no? Pass it on next meeting. Pass it on our quiz. Okay? So our quiz will be usi tawag kani. Atong quiz is next meeting coverage from chapter 1, module 1 to 3. Okay? So for our assignment, no, pass this on 1/2 bond paper, 1/2 sa A4, okay? A4 bond paper. Pili 1/2 ana o sa kadako para parehara mo tanan. Okay? Not following instruction. Kung dili mo follow aning instruction, balag ingnon kunyong grabe sa sir, papel ra man na. I don't care. Not following instruction will be equal to deductions. So again, what I want for one-sided answers, no, is this one, no, inani nga mga values. Okay? Or does not exist. That would be your okay. Assignment inana tong for our quiz. Sure na mo yung mga cheating arrangement siguro ninyo, no? But we'll have to make an adjustment for that para ako maka-evaluate tarong gid niyo. So that would be our lesson for today. As you can see, we all tackled about the whole topic of limits. Actually, there are bulol ko. Pwede ako ninyo sa wayo na to na. Bulol ba kasi, sir? There are a lot of examples, no, pa dyan sa limits. but we are not going to stick with a lot then of examples. This is the topics that are given in our or for our whole differential calculus, no? Kay again, daghan pa kay topics sa syllabus. Alright? So I hope if you are still confused with my examples, no, you can search for your book, no? Kung namoy mga book katong Ron Larson, pwede. Kung napamuilain mga examples sa mga limits, or probably Google or YouTube, no? Matalino dito sa Matalino, dagan niya gapanguwa dito sa Matalino, no? Sa bana ang mga website na that is very useful. Alright, so much for that. I hope na-gets ninyo. And see you on our next meeting, quiz 1. And your assignment, ipasa po ninyo yung assignment. Dapat, no, pag abot na ako, naka-seating arrangement na mo, or naka-cheating arrangement na kunuhay, no? Cheating arrangement, then nakapasa na tanan. No, before taking a quiz, no, dili na ko modawat og assignment na. Basig ay pa mo og assignment pagkahuman sa quiz kay mo ingon, sir, karon pa ko kahimo. Na di gid siya pwede kay na ang assignment nato should always be before the meeting. Okay. Alright, so that would be all for today. I hope everyone somehow understand the topic for our lesson karon, and it's up to you to further find more examples. Okay, thank you everyone. Stay safe. God bless. Goodbye.